Hi, Asia.
Hi.
So I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about logistics before we get started.
Okay.
This is a 10-minute session. Like we talked about over the phone, it's about $10 each session,
Okay.
and this will be kept confidential, so just between you and I. So
Okay.
whatever you say won't get out or anything. It'll be towards me and you.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, you can let me know, and just we can go ahead and get started. So tell me why you came in today.
School, it's just been really stressful this semester. I wish we had more breaks, but we don't get a fall break. So this weekend I'm going home to see my family. It's a much needed break. I just had like 2 tests this week, 3 tests last week. They're just everything's back to back to back. And my roommates, they're crazy. One of them, she's very particular about her stuff. She doesn't like people messing with it, so it's kind of hard when we're in the kitchen because it's just one kitchen to know whose is whose and whose is not hers, and it just gets all mixed up. And she doesn't want anyone to wash her dishes, but it's kind of hard if you're washing dishes and there are dishes in the sink and you're just gonna leave them sitting there. And she just doesn't like to share very well, which I mean that's understandable because I don't like to share, but hers is very, very extreme. And she locks the door every time she leaves, even if she's going just to the trash or to the mail. And it makes us feel kind of weird because it's like, do you think we would walk in and steal from you or something? Because one day we were sitting in the living room and she was in her room and she like saw us sitting out there. She locked her door before she left, and we all just kind of look at each other. And she just does a lot of like childish things or really, petty things to get at us. Like she'll slam the door every morning when she leaves at 8 a.m. and we're still sleeping. And she stomps when she walks, and we don't know if it's intentional. And her family came in one weekend, and she didn't tell us before they came, so it was kind of messy because we were studying, and no one had really washed dishes. But she didn't care to warn us that they were coming. So it made it appear like we're messy, but we're really not messy. They just caught us on a bad day. And she always talks on the phone really loud. So I'm just happy to go home this weekend and get a break from her. And
Yeah.
just much needed time away because she's so extreme.
So it sounds like you're a little frustrated and a little stressed from school, and then from your roommate and all the stressfulness that she does.
The living environment. It's like you have a long day at school and work, then you go home and you want to just like come home, relax. Then it's like, okay, we'll relax for 30 minutes. Then here she comes, like slam the door, stomping, talking on the phone loud, and she doesn't see a problem with her behavior. Like she wants you to ask her before you touch her stuff or do anything, but she won't ask you before she does it. Like she took my clothes out of the washer one day and she didn't even ask me if it was okay. But if it would have been hers and I would have did that, it would be like a whole nother story.
Mm-hmm.
But
so you're a little frustrated with what she's doing, and because she is acting that way, it's just kind of wounding you up. And so you're always stressed about school, and then she does that, and it's like you can't even relax.
Yeah, and then she'll just act like she's so busy, and that's why she does stuff. Like, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time. I'm just always in a rush. So when I leave, the door just slams. But then one night she came home at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and she didn't slam it. So we were like, she knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And she uses her blender at like 7 a.m. and we all have early morning classes or we're still sleeping. And I just feel like she could make it the night before and then, have it in the morning time. But she just doesn't see the situation with that. And she thinks that I make like side comments about her or I'm sarcastic, but I'm really not. I'm just being open and honest with her. And we're not even friends. It's weird to live with someone who you don't even know. And it's like we lived together last year, and like apparently she really didn't like me last year. So I don't understand why you would want to live there again if you knew I may live there and you don't really like me. And it's like she's a complete stranger, even though we live together. Like I don't know anything about her life. I don't know who she hangs out with. I don't even have her on Facebook. So if something happened to her, like it would be really bad because the home is the first place they come.
Right.
They wouldn't know anything about her.
Yeah, so you feel like a little distance from her, even though you've lived together for so long. You guys still don't really know each other that well.
Yeah, and then she gets kind of like envious a little because me and the other roommates, we're like cool, we hang out, we talk, we go in each other's rooms for hours and just get off topic and talk about things. And she's just in her room by herself. But it's like, if you want to be a part of it, you can come be a part of it. You don't have to sit there but she chooses to isolate herself. And then when she does try to include herself, we're having an open discussion. It's so awkward because it's just like, who was talking to you? Where did this even come from? But that's just a little bit of my life.
So tell me about going home. Are you excited to go home?
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't get to go home very often because it's kind of far. It's 4 hours and they're an hour behind. And it's just kind of not worth it for a weekend trip because if you leave today, you get there this evening, then you have tomorrow, then you have to come back Sunday. But it's just kind of spur of the moment. One of my good friends is going home and I was like, I'll ride with you home. So, and none of my family knows, so it's going to be a surprise. But just, relax and everything.
So you feel excited about being able to go home?
Yeah, I haven't been home since we started back this semester of school. I know, and it's been so much trying to get stuff ready for grad school, applications, and the fees. And then I was like, I don't have to take the GRE, so that's a good thing. But everything else is a lot in the essays and trying to find an internship for next semester. And I have no idea where to even begin with that.
So you're a little stressed about not finding an internship just yet?
Yeah, because I don't know where to begin. Like, I keep contacting people, but it's just kind of difficult. Like, everyone says, well, contact this person and contact this person, and it's just like a big old circle of contact, and time is running out soon.
So you feel a little overwhelmed over everything that's going on. You're about to graduate. You don't have an internship just yet.
A little bit. It's a little overwhelming at times. Like, if you sit and think about it, it's overwhelming, but I just try not to worry about it and just focus on now. Because, I'm sure it'll happen, but it's just everything else, like, on top of all of that. It's just a lot going on.
Yeah, so you have a positive attitude about being able to find something in the future and that you're not too overwhelmed at the same time.
Yeah, I try to just stay positive, but sometimes it gets hard because classes right now, they're going okay, but some are more harder than others and all the tests, but hopefully it'll be okay. I had a test yesterday. It was kind of hard. It's a lot of information to take in at once. And then I had a psych test last Friday, and it was over 7 chapters. And I got a C on it. I was okay with it because I didn't fail. But then again, I was just like, I feel like I could have done so much better because we only have 2 tests, this one and then one in the end. And I just don't want that to affect my grade. But she drops the lowest assignments. But there's not really a lot of homework in there. And then I think it was just, she gave the test the day after the football game. That was kind of difficult for me because I went to the game. I probably should have stayed home and studied, but you live and you learn.
Yeah. So you seem to be like a little worried about the test, but at the same time you're like, it happened, but you've tried and you're gonna see how it goes, but you're still living life and like going to the game.
Yeah, that's a balance too. I'm trying to find a balance between like, should you go out or should you study? But you can't study all the time and not go out, or you can't not go out and study because it just gets a lot. But it's just like too much sometimes at once, like games and basketball games, football games and basketball games and parties. You just have to know which ones to go to. But like, I have a friend and she always wants me to come with her, like everywhere. And like, I could be doing something and she'll still ask. And like, it's just hard sometimes to say no. Like, no, I'm not going with you. Or I need to stay home, I need to study, but it's really hard to do that. But then like, when it comes to her, it's more easy. Like, she'll cancel last minute plans for us and we get so mad at her. Cause like, it's been a lot of times we were like ready to go and she'll be like, I'm not going anymore. And she won't come. But it's like, I don't want to do that to you because I know how that feels. So I was just always like, okay, I'll go with you just for a little bit, but after I have to do my work or something. But sometimes it's just hard because she'll just be like, let's go get ice cream at like 10:30 at night or something, knowing that I have to study or I have to 8 a.m. the next morning. But she doesn't get it. And she causes me to spend a lot of money too. It's like, it just adds up. She's always like, let's eat out all the time, even though I have a refrigerator full of groceries. And I'll like say to myself after I go grocery shopping that I'm going to eat at home. I'm not going to spend. But when she asks me, it's just like, I can't say no for some reason. Like, I don't understand why not. But I'm trying to get better at that.
So you're a little frustrated because she's a little more spontaneous and you're trying to save a little bit, but you want to have fun at the same time.
Yeah, and she works way more than me. Like, she
Oh,
had a
yeah.
really nice job. And I think she actually has 2 jobs. And I only have one. And I don't really work as many hours. But she's just always, like, spend. And she comes up with these huge plans. Like, let's go to Nashville this weekend. Let's go to Chicago. And I'm just like, girl, like, do you not understand that I have school, I have studies, and everything? But, I mean, it's just like a spur of the moment thing. And then we were talking about a trip for spring break. And, like, we were saying Cancun. And that sounds good and everything, but then it's just like, if I'm depending on her to go, it may not happen because she likes to cancel last minute. So some of our other friends were talking about going on a cruise, and I was like, that sounds better because it's more cheaper, you get to see more, and it's just more convenient. But I just don't know how to tell her that I don't want to go with you because sometimes you're not reliable when it comes to stuff like that. Because she'll just be like, I'm stressed out, I don't want to go. Or I have a paper, because she's a journalism major. And she's just like, I have a paper, I can't go. So I'm just trying to get better with saying no. And I've been trying to leave my debit card at home so I won't spend while I'm on campus or out during the day and just have to eat when I get home.
That's a smart decision.
Yeah.
Well, we have about 2 minutes left. Do you have any remaining thoughts that you want to talk about before our session ends today?
Just life and school. I just want it to get better and not be so stressed out all the time, but find a balance and between everything and going out and when you should cancel plans and when not to cancel plans.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you feel a little overwhelmed, but you're going to find that balance, and you're making your way to find that balance and how to fix that.
Yeah.
Well, what we can do is we can make a further session that we can talk about this and maybe talk about some ways to fix that for you and get that solved for you.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah.
So
all the work with grad school coming up, it's a lot. Like on the weekends, I feel like I still have to do homework on Saturdays. Even though, I mean, I guess everyone does, but it's just like you have to set an alarm clock on Saturday to do work, or either on Sunday. And like last weekend, I made a big mistake of not doing work on Saturday, so I had a lot to do on Sunday.
That can be stressful, and I'm sure you feel stressed by not giving up your Saturday to study and feel that way. But yeah, next session we can talk more about that and talk how to plan that through and maybe balance your life out a little more. So yeah, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for seeing me today.
It locked.
This.
Oh crap, I hope so.